I'm Delaney Stevens.
And I'm Beta Stacy, and welcome back to
Tribal Studios. Emma Snyder and Aiden Helms start today's episode speaking with seniors about their plans past high school.
As seniors close out their final semester of high school, many are enacting their plans for what to do after graduation.
I'm going to college in-state at the University of Missouri. I decided that because I wanted to get a little bit away from Springfield, but I didn't want to go so far that out-of-state tuition would be pretty expensive. I'm planning in majoring in geological sciences and minoring in fine arts. I really just want to have fun in the future in my career, really not have to take things too seriously.
But college isn't the only option for seniors. Many pursue careers after graduation.
I decided to join the military after high school mainly because my family is have been in the military, and also they're really big on benefits and their college careers. ROTC and JROTC, they really helped me see a lot more into the military and to see what benefits they had and also see the downsides. But in my opinion, the benefits outweigh the downsides.
We're able to manage our own time, and we can really choose what we want to go do. But it can also be a bad thing of too much freedom sometimes, and being thrown into that can be a bit nerve-wracking and anxious for someone, and they can get into some things that they probably wouldn't have thought of getting into.
The negatives, yes, are a big thing because yes, I get to miss my family. I don't get to see them very often. I don't really contact them as much. But also the benefits are, they pay me to go get yelled at pretty much and to go to learn my job. And they'll pay for my college. It's pretty much you go learn and you get paid for it, which outweighs it because eventually further on in life, you're going to put that on your resume, and a lot of companies are really nice to military because they have a lot of experience and a lot of benefits. ROTC, we wake up early for practice and stuff, and also we stay physically fit all week. The only main difference is really just trying to get used to people yelling at me, but that's really it.
I'm not really sure what my dream job is yet, but I know college is going to help me by opening up my options and making me aware of all the paths I could choose.
I'm preparing myself for boot camp by going to what they call DEP, which is Delayed Entry Program. It's because I haven't graduated yet. We go, they give us information on what's going on with boot camp. They do some physical fitness with us to get us ready.
This is Emma Snyder.
And Aiden Helms,
and this has been Tribal Studios.
Chromebooks have become one of the most utilized resources in schools.
Cooper Tutton explores the pros and cons of this resource.
Should Chromebooks be used more or less in the classroom? Teacher and head of the English department, Kelly Westerfield, explains how she uses Chromebooks in her classroom.
Okay, so I would use Chromebooks for, for researching. If students need to do research, obviously that would be a primary use. I also use them if a student needs to have access to Canvas, for them to type up written assignments, and basically just access to Canvas as well.
Student Lincoln Davis details his reasoning for why Chromebooks should be used more than paper assignments.
I think they should not be used less. I feel like they are used a good amount because we have the technology to support our work on them, and I just feel like it's easier to just put an assignment on a Chromebook rather than printing out a copy on paper and assigning them to everyone.
Westerfield clarifies why she prefers students to write on paper instead of on their Chromebooks.
When you actually look at the science of learning, you realize that we skip steps whenever we just try to type up something really fast instead of understanding the technical aspects of what goes into doing a good job of writing something, for example. So that's one thing that I would say is it's kind of given people this false sense of confidence in what they know or don't know because of the technology's ability to correct things for you, and you don't really get to know those things. So I would say that's one thing.
Teacher Jeremy Eichen describes why he doesn't like students using Chromebooks in his class.
I know if I reach into my phone, I'm reaching my phone just to text somebody, I'm immediately going to be bombarded by the other notifications on my phone. And I may forget that I was looking for a number, just like that. And meanwhile, it's 30 minutes later and I'm still looking at my device. The Chromebook is the same way.
Davis explains why he prefers doing assignments on a Chromebook instead of on paper.
I'd say I prefer it on computer because I feel like it's a lot more organized to know what assignments are where and where everything can be located. You don't have to scour through tons of papers through different folders. You just click on it and then boom, you have it.
Eichen goes more in depth on why he dislikes Chromebooks in this class.
But I actually don't so much have a wonderful view because they are an infinitely attractive distraction from coursework.
Principal Daniel Davis gives insight into how he views Chromebooks and how that view has changed over his many years in education.
Technology has grown tremendously as what we originally thought a tool and resource that would be beneficial for students. And then over time we've learned that it, like most things, has its detriments as well. So I've seen it evolve, and then I've now seen research that supports, even though it's evolved, it may not be in totality the best thing to support student learning. And I think the important thing to remember about technology, just like any other thing that we have here within school, just like the camera that we're using for this interview, it should be used as a tool and a resource. It should not be a replacement.
As of now, Chromebook policies are unlikely to change. I'm Cooper Tutton, and this is Tribal Studios.
Miss Wooldridge and Miss Sly are nearing the end of their career at WHS.
Garen Roseborough and Chloe Chisholm tell us more.
Willard High School head librarian Jill Wooldridge and library aide Courtney Sly are leaving at the end of the school year.
When I graduated from college, I got in on the last year that you could graduate and go straight into being a librarian. Prior to that, you had to be in the classroom first. And I am certified for English and history, but I really had a passion for the library, so I was really trying to get out of college and trying to get that last certification. And I think my whole library journey started when I was a little girl. I had a very large library, personal library, thanks to my parents. And I had actually started checking them out to my friends, and I loved the organization of it. You know, I don't have grades I'm giving. I don't have a lot of discipline I have to do. So I definitely, over the years, have had my kids that just like to be here, just as a space that they like to hang out. And as long as, you know, it's okay with the classroom teacher, it's great in here. So that probably over the years has been just my favorite times of getting to know those kids in a little bit different way.
Their absence will not only affect students, but greatly affect classroom teachers.
I'm very sad about them retiring. They're immensely helpful. I don't think that I could do my job without them. They help us find ways to enhance the learning process. They've given us strategies to use in the classroom. I don't think this school could function without them.
Wooldridge and Sly shared their challenges and fun experiences with students over the years.
A few years ago, I think everybody knows that we dealt with some book banning that was going on just nationwide, and it hit us as well. Prior to that, we had kind of been immune, and that was definitely, probably, the most challenging year of my career.
The first year I came here was a COVID year, so we didn't get to finish that school year. And then the next year was masking, and I think that just pretty much set the course for the whole time I've been at the high school.
Is that a good book?
I have had some really great student library aides. Just being able to develop those relationships has been really good. I am invited to one of their weddings this summer. I got to sing karaoke with one of them at Project Grad. You know, just having those kinds of experiences and getting to work with them on a daily basis has been really cool.
I'll miss the daily schedule. I'll just miss being here on a daily basis, seeing my friends, my teacher friends, you know, that I hope to keep in touch with, but it won't be the same without being together on a daily basis. I just hope that the library, you know, remains a space that people want to be. That would be my legacy of just creating a space that is welcoming and kids can find a home here.
I'm Chloe Chisholm.
I'm Garen Roseborough, and this has been Tribal Studios.
The Science Olympiad team is in the midst of their competition season.
Cooper Tutton speaks with the team.
Science Olympiad offers students the ability to flex their scientific prowess. Head coach Michelle Lutter explains the different events they do in Science Olympiad.
So we have about 30 students, 9th through 12th, and we have 23 events. So we are building robots, we are building electric vehicles and bungees and testing them. We are studying for genetic tests, anatomy and physiology tests. We have an event in CAD. We have Circuit Lab, Code Busters, so many varieties, and the kids have to be involved in multiple events. So that includes knowing how to build a bungee and knowing how to take a good test on genetics.
Student Lily Brewer details how a practice typically goes.
First off, we start with like our daily announcements or our goals for the day that Tim, our president, usually announces. And then afterwards, we all just kind of do our own thing and separate. Sometimes we'll talk about it prior, or like Gibney will tell me he has a practical set up for my partner Brooklyn and I. Or I will go into Dr. Fredericks and do a practice test with Addie for entomology. It just kind of depends on the day and what we are trying to focus on.
Science Olympiad has had great success over the past 2 years.
In 2024, we got 3rd place at regionals, and regionals is like Central and Kickapoo and Springfield Catholic and all those schools. So we scored 3rd that year. In the last 2 years, we've gotten 4th overall, which I think is really great.
Student Timothy Howard gives insight into what usually happens at a meet.
It's mostly just like tests. You'll get like a block schedule, and it'll be like, for your first block you have this event, second block you have this event, and so on. And normally at a meet, a student will have up to 4 different events that they'll do. So for regionals, it was hosted at Missouri State, and so we went from like area to area to take different tests, like do different labs. I did chem lab, so in my first event, I went and I took like a chemistry test with my partner, Jet Matheson, and then I'd go to a different building and I'd take a different test.
Lutter clarifies what's left for Science Olympiad this year.
We have qualified to go to state competition at the University of Central Missouri on April 18th. So that is probably our last event, because only the top 2 finishers at states get to go to nationals, which is in California, and we have yet to make it there. We will one day.
Again, you can watch our Science Olympiad team compete at the University of Central Missouri on April 18th. I'm Cooper Tutton, and this is Tribal Studios.
A new food spot has opened up in Willard.
Aiden Davis and Will Swanson fill us in.
Just a short walk from campus, this local food truck has quickly become a popular stop for hungry students after school.
Younger kids like the sushi a lot, you know, and a lot of the older people do too, but I don't know any younger kid that doesn't like sushi.
I love sushi, like I've always loved sushi, and I always have to go into Springfield, and so to have it in Willard, it's like amazing, and sushi is just the best.
With the variety of options on the menu, it is easy to see why this place is so popular in Willard.
The sushi, I'm going to say kamikaze, because the people like the deep fried rolls, but we have, I don't know, 30, 40 different sushi lines, so they're all different. It's a lot of opportunity to have. You could have it either deep fried or cooked or raw. They don't have anything like this, and we give the community an opportunity to try some of the Asian food.
Small business owner Paul Jones explains why owning this food truck is so important to him.
I mean, I love the smaller communities because it means something to everybody. I mean, the bigger towns get lost, you know, into really nobody cares about what's going on in that community because it's so big, but everybody cares about what's going on in Willard because it's part of their life, and a lot of them, you know, where they grew up. So we just want to be a member of that community, and so we support the schools completely.
I'm Will Swanson. And I'm Aiden Davis, and this has been Tribal Studios.
I'm Delaney Stevens.
And I'm Veda Stacy. Thank you for tuning in to episode 7 of Tribal Studios.